Yo, what's up, Cowboys Nation? Buckle up because we've got some absolutely insane breaking news coming out of the NFL world today, and this one is going to send shockwaves through the league. I'm talking about something nobody saw coming. I mean, it's the kind of move that could completely change the entire NFC playoff picture. You read the title, you saw the thumbnail, yes, it's true, and it just happened. The Dallas Cowboys have reportedly pulled off a blockbuster trade for none other than Christian McCaffrey. That's right, CMC himself, one of the most dynamic, explosive, all-purpose offensive weapons in the NFL, is headed to Big D, and the football world is going absolutely crazy. Cowboys fans are dancing in the streets, the NFC East just got flipped on its head, and the rest of the league better start taking this team seriously. We're going to break it all down: what the trade means, what the Cowboys gave up, how McCaffrey fits into the offense, what this says about Jerry Jones and the front office, and most importantly, whether this move actually puts the Cowboys over the top and makes them legit Super Bowl contenders. So sit back, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive into this wild, wild story. So let's start with the basics. According to sources close to the situation, and again, we are still waiting for full confirmation from both front offices, but multiple insiders are reporting this: Dallas has traded away a third-round pick in 2025 and a conditional fourth-round pick in 2026 to acquire Christian McCaffrey from the San Francisco 49ers. Now, right off the bat, some of y'all are probably wondering, how in the world did the Cowboys manage to land a superstar like CMC without giving up a first-rounder? And honestly, that's the beauty of this deal. It seems the 49ers, dealing with salary cap issues, potential depth chart shifts, and maybe even some internal concerns about long-term durability, were open to moving him for the right package. And Jerry Jones, never one to pass up a big-name acquisition, pulled the trigger. Now, let's talk about McCaffrey. This man is a human highlight reel. I mean, when healthy, he's arguably the best running back in football. The numbers speak for themselves. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards multiple times. He's caught over 100 passes in a single season. He's a matchup nightmare for any defense. And he can line up literally anywhere: backfield, slot, outside, motion, you name it. The Cowboys haven't had a true dual threat back like this since, well, honestly, maybe ever. Zeke had flashes, Tony Pollard showed glimpses, but McCaffrey is on another level. This guy is what you call an offensive engine. He changes everything about how a team operates, not just in the run game but in how defenses have to account for him on every single snap. So what does this mean for Dallas offensively? Oh man, get ready for fireworks. You've got Dak Prescott, who's coming off a very solid season and looking to prove he can lead this team deep into the playoffs. You add CeeDee Lamb, who's blossomed into a true W-Rome. Brandon Cooks is still a threat with his speed, Jake Ferguson is developing nicely at tight end, and now you throw Christian McCaffrey into that mix. That's terrifying for opposing defenses. Imagine motioning McCaffrey out to the slot, or running a wheel route while Lamb goes deep, or lining up in a two-back set and splitting him wide pre-snap. It's going to create so many mismatches that Kellen Moore Brian Schottenheimer is going to have a field day calling plays. And honestly, for a team that struggled at times last season to stay creative and consistent on offense, this could be the spark they needed. Now let's talk about what this means for the running back room. With Pollard gone to Tennessee, the Cowboys were banking on some kind of committee approach with Rico Dowdle, rookie Deuce Vaughn, and maybe some vets in camp. But let's be real, none of those guys is even in the same galaxy as Christian McCaffrey when it comes to skill, experience, and big play ability. So this move immediately elevates the run game and adds a whole new dimension to the offense. But of course, it also raises some concerns, mainly durability. McCaffrey has battled injuries in the past. He had that brutal stretch with Carolina where he couldn't stay on the field, and even in San Francisco, while he had an MVP-caliber season in 2023, he did deal with some minor issues. So that's the gamble. You're banking on him staying healthy, and if he does, this is a home run. If not, well, that's the risk you take when you go all in. Now, shifting to the 49ers for a moment, it's a bold move to let go of a guy like CMC, especially considering how central he was to their offense. But they've got Elijah Mitchell, they've got Jordan Mason, and more importantly, they've got Kyle Shanahan, who can make just about any running back look like a superstar. So maybe they saw this as a way to shed some cap space and restock some draft capital for the future. It's a tough pill to swallow for Niners fans, no doubt, but if you're thinking long term, it might make sense. Still, McCaffrey in Dallas? That's going to be a hard image to get used to if you're wearing red and gold. Now let's pivot back to the Cowboys and what this says about their mindset heading into the 2025 season. This isn't a rebuilding move. This isn't a wait-and-see kind of trade. This is an all chips in the middle of the table kind of move. Jerry Jones wants a ring. Badly. And he's tired of hearing all the noise about 28 years and counting, and Dak can't win the big one, and the Cowboys are all hype and no substance. This move is a statement. It says, we're done playing safe. We're going for it. And honestly, you have to respect that. It might not work out. There's always risk. But this team is built to win now, and adding McCaffrey only raises the ceiling. Let's also not ignore what this means for the NFC East. The Eagles have been dominating the division recently, making deep playoff runs, and the Commanders and Giants are both retooling with young QBs and aggressive off-seasons. The Cowboys needed something to stand out to swing the balance of power, and this could be it. If McCaffrey stays healthy, if the O-line holds up, if Dak plays smart and aggressive football, this team is going to be a nightmare to defend. And when you start looking at potential playoff matchups, Dallas versus Philly, Dallas versus Detroit, Dallas versus San Fran, which would now have extra spice with McCaffrey switching sides, the possibilities are wild. Now, let's touch on fan reaction because social media is going nuts right now. Cowboys fans are absolutely ecstatic. People are posting memes of Jerry Jones in Thanos mode, like I'll do it myself. Twitter is full of clips from McCaffrey's highlights being edited into Cowboys colors. Reddit threads are blowing up with projections. Fantasy football communities are freaking out because McCaffrey's value just skyrocketed, and 49ers fans are in mourning. I even saw one comment that said, "This is Herschel Walker in reverse," which is honestly a pretty spicy take, but you get the point. People are emotional about this. That's what happens when you trade a superstar. Okay, so to wrap it all up, this is one of the boldest moves the Cowboys have made in years. Maybe even decades. Christian McCaffrey is not just another player. He's a game changer. He's a leader. He's a weapon that defenses have to account for on every play. And now he's a Dallas Cowboy. If this works, if the stars align, this team is going to be right there in the mix come January. It doesn't guarantee a ring, nothing does, but it sure gives them a better shot. The NFC just got a whole lot more interesting, and the Cowboys just made it very clear that they're tired of being the punchline. They want to be champions. So get ready, Cowboys Nation. It's going to be one wild ride. And that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this trade. Are you hyped? Are you worried about his health? Did the Cowboys give up too much, or did they just steal the best weapon in the league? I'll be reading and responding to your takes, so don't hold back. And hey, if you're new here and love Cowboys content, NFL analysis, and honest takes with a little passion behind them, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss a video. Until next time, stay safe, stay loud, and as always, go Cowboys, baby. Let's ride.